Hello, welcome back to the Kukali Bushcraft channel. Right, knife review for you today. Two knives from the same shop. Don't know if you're familiar with Decathlon, European shop from France, and they also sell things online. But basically, when it comes to discount sports goods, I think it's better than the other large discount retailers that we have in the UK. And the cheap stuff doesn't fall apart the first time you use it. There's a lot of junk out there. Okay, well, I've got these two knives for you. So I'm going to start with this one. I bought this a year ago, 2 years ago or something. It was 10 quid, £10, and I think now the same knife it retails for £12. So as you can see, full tang. This is called the Sika 90 millimeters. So yeah, that's nearly 4 inches. They also do a 130, which should be just over 5 inches. This is 3 millimeters thick. The 130 is 4 millimeters thick. So yeah, I think this is quite decent for chopping, patterning, things like that, with it being full tang. As if you're prepared to trust the steel. Not sure about the steel, it doesn't hold an edge particularly well. It's 5CR15 is the name of it. I've read that it's used for making kitchen knives. But yeah, 12 quid. It's really not bad. It's got a little finger choil there. Absolutely useless. Textured rubber grip, quite comfortable. Yeah, held in with 3 screws there. They stand out a little bit proud. They're not really flush, but it doesn't really bother you. It's fairly comfortable. Have I got a ferro rod? Yeah, so the back, you could obviously sharpen it. You can obviously grind down the back a little. It's not great for throwing sparks or scraping. It works at a push. The sheath that it comes with, little nylon sheath, nothing special. Plastic insert in there. Little clip on the front, holds it in place. Yeah, cheap and cheerful. Got that on the back of it. You could maybe attach that to some molly pouch or rucksack or something. Maybe hang it upside down. It's not coming out. Okay, so that's it, the Sika 90. So this is the Sika Grip 100. This is a new one. I bought this today. I've never used it for anything. So first thing I'll say about this, it's basically pretty much the same as a Mora. It's got that clip on there. This plastic feels cheap, and I really think I have an issue with Mora clippers. That always bends for me. You know, I'll sit down or something and that'll bend, and with other Mora knives I break the plastic around there, the ones that are a bit thinner, and I'd guess this sheath isn't going to take a lot of hard use. I'd see where it goes thin there. Yeah, I'd put money on it breaking there eventually. But the price of this, £7.99, so really don't expect too much of it. But in general, it's a massive improvement. Like I said, it's a lot like a Mora. This one's it's got a Scandi grind on it, so it feels pretty sharp. We'll test that out a bit later. And the spine, first time I've done this, but really sharp. Okay, so the other knife has a compound grind. To me, a Scandi grind is much better. I'm not sure about the thickness. That looks like 3mm. You see the difference in the blades there. That's much thicker, much more heavy duty. Well, thicker. I mean, thicker that way, deeper. Yeah, they're both 3mm. Yeah, so another thing I'll say about this, it's quite square at the back. And square's never really very comfortable in your hands. And you could file that down. Also, it's got that thing on there, not entirely comfortable. So I think as if you were using this for a good bit of time, yeah, it's probably not the most comfortable knife. But yeah, it comes with a little lanyard, and you've got a hole for it there. So basically this is competing with the Mora knives, and I don't like Mora sheaths. I think that's going to perform worse. Moras about the most comfortable thing you could possibly have in the way of a knife handle. They tend to be excellent. This less so. Also, yeah, this is the same steel as the other. It's 5CR15. I think the steel on the Moras is going to be much better. So where this wins is it's got a nice sharp edge on the back. Also, you can walk into a shop and buy it, which at least in the UK, to find a shop that sells Moras, there's maybe not so many of them. Yeah, as you'd expect, these are made in China, and yeah, this isn't full tang, but there's a picture that comes with the packaging. It shows the tang, and it's a rat tail tang that comes down to about there. So it's nearly all the way through. So it's a fairly strong tang. Okay, let's play with some sticks. Is the Scandi grind any easier? Not much difference there. This wood's still a little green. Still a little bit green. That's not making very nice feathers. Let's see if this does any better. strangely, the Sika 90 is making some nicer curls. The thing is, the 100 feels a lot smoother and a lot more controlled. This one bites much better. You've also got to bear in mind this isn't the edge that came with this knife. It came pretty dull, and it's been used, it's been sharpened, it's been used again, and it could be a little bit sharper, but it did come pretty dull, whereas this actually came pretty damn sharp. Yeah, about as sharp as a motor. Like I said before, very similar knife. Okay, so to sum up, yeah, this one, as if you buy the bigger one, I think it'd be quite a handy camp knife. If I remember rightly, it's about £17, the 130, whereas the 90mm is £12. So for £17 for a 5-inch, just over 5-inch Bushcraft knife with a full tang, I think that's a damn good price. I don't entirely trust the steel because it's cheap. This one, to my mind, that's the better knife of the two. For the things that I tend to do with a knife, I think this is much better. At £7.99, it's damn cheap. You can get motors for the same price, and I think motors are better. They're more ergonomic. Yeah, the sheath seems less cheap. You can trust the steel. Yeah, but it looks quite nice. It's green, matches what we all wear, except for me today. Matches me hat though. Yeah, so if you want a knife that's just like a motor but not quite as good and matches your clothes, get one of them. So if you're thinking of buying these knives, I hope I've helped you to make a more informed decision, and hope you've enjoyed the video, and like, subscribe, and see you again next time. Bye bye.